friends. But they both told me that they are family. They are the family that chose each other, that been with each other through all mishaps, all misfortunes, all ups and downs, everything that could tear people apart. They've always been through it together because that's what family does. And I understood that. And that actually made me appreciate family more because I always looked at things as black and white. I looked at things as if someone does this to you, how can you keep them around? Like I had my own rigid way of thinking, but being around them let me remember we were growing too. We made mistakes. We did bad by each other. We did good by each other too, but we did bad by each other. But we're close. We are connected. And I like that. Spending all this time with them, I'm connected to them too. That's my lady. I love her all my heart. I can't change that. And that's my homegirl, the bestie. Can't get rid of her neither. I care about her too. So I guess I'm family with them too. Ain't got no freaking choice. And I can't forget the third person who, she'd be mad I named her last, but last can be the best sometimes. My little sister. One and only. You know who you are. She is going to be the successor for my mother. Meaning, in my family, we all gather around a central figure, my mom. She's like queen bee of the family. I know that no one in our family loves family, knows the value of it, appreciates it, and protects and cares for family more than my little sister. There is nobody. I'm not even talking about my family. I mean all families. I know people say, oh, no, my family. No. Y'all don't know my little sister. She would give you the shirt off her back, and she finds you another shirt. Trust me. She taught me that you need to stick up for family. No matter what happens, no matter what arguments, disagreements, family is family. Family is what you make it. Once you make somebody a part of your family, you can't unmake it. It's a bond now. You ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. They stuck. And I can honestly say I would not be as close to my family if it wasn't for her. Because every time I tried to skip a family event, every time I tried not to care about something, every time I did something messed up, she'd always reel me back in. But that's what I needed. I think that's honestly what sisters are for. For us stubborn-ass dudes who don't know what we're doing and who are stuck in their ways, their sisters reel them back in and slap them with reality. I 100% think that's what my sister's for. And I thank God every single day that I have a sister like that. I do. Because Lord knows I would not be here without her. She has humbled me many times. And I know when the time comes for someone to be the glue that holds our family together, when mother passes the baton down, I thank all that is good, that it's going to her and me, because she's a superhero and I am not. But no, she is. She wears her heart in her sleeve. That's the one thing I've noticed. She does wear her heart in her sleeve, and I appreciate that. The reason I'm rambling about this is because these three people, these three women, these three amazing, beautiful, strong, iron-born women have taught me the value of family. They have. Family is so important, and I never really thought about it. I never really thought about it until I met my girl, really, because she has a kid. And I love that kid like he's my own. Like, that's why I said I was adopted at the beginning, because his father is not in the picture. But I'm here. I've been here since the kids were born. I literally picked him up from the hospital because it was my friend's kid. And I fell in love with her and I fell in love with him. I don't know if I fell in love with him first or the kid. I'm not really sure what happened first. One or the other. I don't know. But it's just weird because the kid, it's like looking into a mirror. Because I didn't know I was adopted at 8. So growing up, I thought that was my natural family. And I love them, and I care about them. I didn't care or love them any less when I found out. I was just a little bit paranoid because kids. But watching this kid grow up and his love for me is it's different. Like, my girl says when I come home, and the little one hears my car pull up, he like jumps up and freaks out and runs to the door and waits on me. That's why I noticed that whenever I open the door, he's just standing there smiling, grinning, his big head. But that's weird, man. When that happened, I realized, man, is this what like when somebody like when a family member actually loves you? Like I know my family love me when something loves you unconditionally. That's just such a weird thing. And my girl told me that's what family is. They love you despite things like that. And it's so weird because if you ask my friends, I'm a very intelligent person, but there's a lot of things that just pass me by. There's a lot of things that just I'm still learning. If it has to do with emotions, I'm still learning this sucker. And it's just, I'm going to tell you right now, my girl is teaching me every day about how emotions work because she's understanding her emotions a lot better. She's dealing with them, evolving, becoming better at them. I'm telling you, in about a week, she's going to be teaching me stuff I ain't never heard about. Guarantee it. But back on topic, these people are teaching me something. Those three girls, this munchkin, they're teaching me things that I don't know anything about. And usually people fear the unknown. They fear things they don't want to know anything about. They fear their world being turned upside down because it's different. Paranoia, all this great stuff. That's why I like when people get close to you. Let's say you've been hurt all your life by family and loved ones. You're paranoid about it. You think they're going to hurt you, stab you in the back, do something wrong to you. I've had those fears. I've had those paranoias. I've had those anxious moments. I remember used to go to functions and like I would tap my fingers or tap my leg because I was like I felt uncomfortable. I would get in cold sweats because I felt uncomfortable. I thought people were judging me with their eyes. Maybe it was bad. But the moment I knew that I was over moments like that was when I went to my mother's recent birthday party. We were all surrounded by my family, and normally when I'm doing that, I freak out. I try to leave. I break out in a cold sweat without fail. I break out into a cold sweat. And I just want to leave. And my girl's with me. She told me, if you want to leave, we'll leave. But I'm here for you. I said, okay. We sat there. I don't know what it was. I think I finally, after God knows how long, as a collective, I felt like this is my family. And I love them. Like, I know I love them, but I love them, but I still have my freak out moments with them. No matter how well or not well that I hit it. But this last time, I didn't feel that. I had my brother on one side of me. We talked about movies. I had my sister in front of me. We talked about politics. My other sister, we talked about business and stuff. My little sister, she's sitting across, holding my girl's kid. They were laughing, hee-hawing and stuff like that. My little sister's fiance, he was joking around with me. We were all just having a good time. We were having a family moment. This is the family moment that I've wanted all my life. And when I looked back, I realized 2018/19 was like the year of the family for me. Because my girl, she has a bunch of sisters. And of all different ages. And they all, like the older ones were like, I like you. Jason, you're cool people. And the younger ones were like, you're like your brother. They gave me hugs and stuff like that. And like, it's just weird. Every time they come over, they're like, we love coming over. And they didn't want to leave. They like just come and spend the weekend with us. And it's sweet. It's sweet. And I don't know how to feel about that. I'm still not good with my emotions, but it's just, it's hard to say. It's hard to describe. Because I have all these people of different ages that look to me like I'm family, and I've had them for a while, and I didn't know how to really deal with this. I just brushed it off with sarcasm, or I didn't address it. But now, this last year and a half, I've really thought about it. I really felt it. When I've needed help, I've asked my family and friends for help, and they gave it to me. And that was weird because I was always the giver. I know this is my soapbox. I'm trying to teach you people about family. The importance of family. I'm a socially awkward dude who doesn't deal with his emotions, even though his podcast is called Emotions and Shit. But dealing with family was interesting. I know that I have a lot of them now, like a ton of people that I consider a part of my family until something that is inevitable happens, like a marriage or something like that, all that fancy stuff. They're not legally family, but where it matters, where your heart matters, that's where it matters most. Until the ink and paper happen, they are my family. I got like a village. It's interesting, and I like that. I really like that. It's like I have a million last names because I was born with last name, but I've never gone by that. My adopted name I like. My uncle and aunt's name I like. My best friend's name, my girl's name. All these people are like family to me. They are my family in the only way that matters. They're my quilt family. Patchwork, stuck together. It looks like it shouldn't work, but it does. And I love those crazy idiots. All of them. Every single one of them. And I'm not really used to that. So, now you guys have learned a lot about me. I may do these episodes sometimes where I'm just speaking from the heart because I just feel like it's good to do that sometimes, So that's what I'm going to be doing sometimes. If you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. I say just skip it, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Because next Sunday, guess what? Next Sunday, we're going to be talking about spirituality, and I'll have guests on like that. I am also going to say, I guess it's the part where I do shameless self-promotion. For shameless self-promotion, you can find us on all social media. We're talking about Facebook. We're talking about Instagram. We're talking about, Facebook, ENS Podcast, Instagram, Emotions and ENS Podcast as well, yeah. On Twitter, guess what? ENS Podcast. Or if you want to actually type in the thing, it's Emotions and SHHH. Emotions and shh. And yeah, that's a thing. Man, subscribe. We're on Spotify. We're on all these different platforms. Spotify, Instagram. Why is it put Instagram? Spotify, iTunes, all the great stuff. We're on all that crap. So please, check us out. Please listen. If you like us, share all that good stuff. If you don't like us, I'm going to tell you. Here's another secret. For you long-time listeners, I know you've been wondering where Haven's been. Don't worry. That's a surprise that's coming up. Just so you know. Stay tuned. And if you want to find Haven, you can find my lovely cohort, my buddy, the bestie, EFA for life. You can find her at HAEVYN_REYHNE on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Yeah, she got Twitter now. And all these wonderful platforms. And of course her YouTube under the same name. So, to spin out there, she's not here. I'll see you wonderful people later. Laters.